We're a little crooked. Let's fix that. Here we go. Oh, we were a little bit crooked there. There we go. Hopefully, this is a lot better today. Such a better day now. Now that I'm finally live and able to talk to you guys, it just makes for such a better day, honestly. All right, so we're going to do the usual. We got the music playing already. We're going to start sharing out the video real quick, and then we're going to jump right into how the day's going to go. Because you never know who's going to watch. So you just hit that like button, and you just throw it on out there, boys. Toss it out there. Share again. Facebook? Is that a live? There it is. Alright, we're just getting this out there, guys, to several other channels. That way everybody can see it and not be left out. Because I guess not everybody has the notification bell turned on, which is right below. Just click it. I'm going to do it to a few Discord things. One more. Maybe? Where'd you go? Damn. Hit the wrong button. We just bouncing right now. One more place, and we should be good to go, boys. Is there any more that we can do? I'll check one last time. If Discord doesn't stop popping around all over the place, it'd be easy for me to find every time. We're going to pause. We're going to mute that. There we go. All right, we're so set up on that. We will be probably going live on Facebook as well here shortly. Turn the volume off on the computer here. Don't want to hear all that. We're just going to do like we normally do here. We're going to be starting out with our good old fresh Miller Lite. So refreshing. All right, we're getting live on Facebook as well. And then we'll be going on with our day, guys. Hope you're excited. I am. I missed you guys. It felt like it's been forever. It's only been one day. So I know a lot of people are like, well, they show up and then they don't want to stay because they don't know what the whiskey is. So we're going to pull the whiskey out just sooner today. So once we get everything going on the Facebook here, we will be getting our whiskey out. Hey, guys, how's it going out on Facebook? I got you guys bouncing all over the place. There we go. That way everybody can see everything on each side. We'll even scoot this way just a hair so everybody can see. And then, yes, Facebook gets to see my kneecaps. Lucky y'all. No. I'm about to leave my glass somewhere. So we're going to wait a little while longer, but we will be pulling the bottle out sooner now than later. We're going to try to get the ball rolling on that just a little bit sooner. That way everybody can see the bottle instead of the ones that kind of show up and leave just because they don't want to know. They want to know what the bottle is, but yeah, so on. But hey, we're about to pull it out. So the bottle of the day or the Whiskey Wednesday bottle pick for the day was something that I've had several times. Well, I've done a video on already once, but I have not had this one more than once. I don't know why I said several times. So this one that I chose today is Jameson Blackberry. I don't think I've done the video. I don't think I've done this one on the channel for Whiskey Wednesday. But if we have, we're going to do it again, because that's what we do. I chose this one because of the taste that it has, and today was a kind of a long day of work, so we're going to go ahead with something just a little bit on the stronger side. Still believe it's still 80 proof. I'm not positive. Yeah, still 80 proof, but it has a lot stronger, bold whiskey taste that I enjoy thoroughly. So, that being said, that's why we chose it for today. We're not going to be drinking it quite yet, but I do want it out there. That way everybody who's stopping in can see the bottle without having to wait about 15 minutes in for you to be able to see the actual bottle. So the plans, like I told you guys the other day, the Mustang is down. The transmission is actually sitting on my back porch as we are speaking. I'm hoping, depending on how these storms go tonight and tomorrow, Friday and into this weekend is how it's looking for me getting my transmission put back in. I'm hoping sooner than later. I would much rather have everything put back in before the end of the weekend, just for references, because Pretty Lady's off tomorrow, and then she works on Friday. So Friday, if I can get everything done this weekend, that would put me being able to drive back and forth to work without having to get up at 3 in the morning. And then all my scheduled streams and lives will go back to a normal time instead of being a little bit earlier. Today's stream is a little bit later, mostly because I have to take her to work in the morning. She's off tomorrow. So the faster and the sooner I'm able to get the Mustang back together and back running will be the better. Now, and sometimes it may be good, sometimes it's not the best. It's like my cousin says, you're going to whip out another $100 for it. And I'm sure I will. It just seems to always be the thing for that car is no matter what, it's always $100 to fix it. It used to be, it's just $20 here, $20 there. Now it's just $100 almost every single time it breaks. I got one hair that will not stay back. Stay down. But as long as I can get the Mustang going great again, I think the flywheel is the only issue that I'm having. It was causing the starter to actually tear apart. For the most part, it was tearing the teeth off. I had went through probably a good 4 or 5 starters the other month, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and just tear the trans out and get a new flywheel to put in there and just call it a day. But I got lazy. I parked the car. I haven't drove it except for like spot to spot in the yard for probably a good month, 2 months now. Since I got my new spot at Walmart, I really haven't drove it. So it's been at least a month since I've drove it on the road. Actually, the last time I drove the Mustang was when we went and got our shot glasses for our shot glass video and our Bud Light thingy up yonder. That was the last time that I actually even drove the Mustang, so it probably has to be going on 2 months now since I've drove the Mustang, which isn't the worst thing because my Pretty Lady's schedule was the same. But now that it's different, we're going to have to get the Mustang going again. There's also an 04, 05 Chevy Malibu that her grandfather has that I'm going to be working on as well. It needs a starter. It needs possibly an alternator, but I think it just needs a starter and a battery. Definitely needs a battery. But we'll get it going. I like tinkering on things and working on cars. It's fun. It's exciting. Every time I look over, I see my name in the chat, and I was like, oh, God, somebody's messaging me. But I was in the music channel. Like, it's just my name over there ready to type. Stupid thing. Ugh. But so I'm very surprised. So here recently, I was like, you know what? I kind of don't want to go to the bathroom at work anymore because bathroom at work was getting terrible. It was turning into where I was just, I don't even know. Every time I'd go in there, it would be some weird random story, and I would not know what was going to happen that day. And I was like, I think I'm just going to stay away from the bathrooms for a little while. And I started using all of my breaks, like when I would go home or whatever. So I think I'm going to start back my bathroom adventures for you guys. That way you guys can have a story of the week from the bathroom again. Because they were getting out of hand I've had people try to get in the bathroom with me. I've had people naked in the bathroom with me. It's just god awful weird stories. But I'm excited about how everything's going. Inventory is coming up in this month or something like that, so it's going to be kind of busy, kind of rough. But I'm excited. Kind of not really. Inventory sucks. They inventory every single item in the store, and that inventory determines our bonus, which is the one that we get right before the holidays. So our last bonus for our store, it maxed out at $900 and some odd dollars. I wasn't a manager long enough to get the manager side bonus, so I didn't get quite 9. I got right at 6, so it was still a really good bonus. Thanks for the likes. Love everybody. Hello, everyone that is watching. So with the bonus, I still made like $600 on top of my regular check, which is awesome. I mean, that's a great bonus because usually our bonus is only like $300 every quarter, roughly, if you're lucky. So this bonus here was the biggest bonus that I've seen since I've even worked there. But so what we're going to be doing here, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into this Whiskey Wednesday with Jameson Black Barrel. If you have not had it, if you have not tried it, it is definitely something to try. It is an amazing bottle. We're going to pour us up a glass. Yeah. Hello. Hey, pretty lady. And darling, I am still up for a movie tonight when I get off live. If you are, I still think it's kind of early. I don't know what time it is. Is it actually 8:11? Yeah, it's 8:11. So by the time my live's over and everything, we can watch a movie tonight if you still want to. But so what we have here is the black barrel, double black. It is 40% alcohol, making it 80 proof. I spilled a little bit. It is the triple distilled Irish whiskey. I've been on an Irish kick lately with all my Irish whiskeys I bought. I even done one today. It is this bottle right here. And if you want to catch that video, then go ahead and catch that video on the YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed as well, hit that subscribe button there. We are trying to hit 150 subscribers. We are so close. We're a little over 20 away. On the back, it says, a tribute to the legacy of charring barrels before filling them. Our coopers called it bringing the wood back to life. Black Barrel features charred and double charred bourbon barrels that deliver unique spiciness, vanilla sweetness, and nutty notes. So what they mean by doing everything prior to, so pretty much they'll char the barrel prior to the whiskey going in. So when the whiskey goes into that charred barrel, the whiskey itself, you guys can't even see that glass. The whiskey itself sits in that barrel with the sits inside that charred barrel, and what that allows is the whiskey to pull the strands of flavor and woodiness and oakiness and nuttiness and everything out of that wood, and it's pulled straight out and into the whiskey. And the longer it sits in there, the more flavor and the more intensifyingly different the bottle is going to be compared to the barrel that it's in. The barrel that whiskey sits in is a drastic situational option that the distiller has to choose when they're making their drinks. Because if, say, Jameson's been using the same type of barrel to make their Jameson for years and years and years, but they change one barrel differently, it's going to change the entire taste completely. Because it's going to have different oak taste to it, different wood taste, because they may not even got an oak barrel. It could have been a different barrel. It could have been a white barrel. There's a whole bunch of different options and scenarios that you walk into by a company using the wrong barrel or doing the distilling process just a slight different way. But it is an awesome drink. Like it says, you get that huge like vanilla nuttiness smell in there, which almost gets you into like a, what is it? I'm getting like an almond, almost like a vanilla almond type thing. This would probably, I'm not a fan of really mixing my drinks per se anyway. But if you wanted to mix this, it would probably go in good with something like I don't know, like a cherry Coke maybe. It'd probably be really good. It would accent very well if you was to go into a normal Coke or a Pepsi. I wouldn't go drastic. I wouldn't say Sundrops and Mellow Yellows or Mountain Dews. Now, however, my buddy Cody does like to mix his drinks with Diet Sundrop. So if you're in that kind of world and that kind of kick, by all means, do you, boss. I mean, a lot of people are just, you don't have to mix whiskey to find a great whiskey. And with that being said, Pretty Lady has only ever liked one other whiskey that we have found, and that was Southern Comfort. But yesterday, she found another whiskey that I bought for the channel that she likes. That is this one over yonder. It is called Buffalo Trace. Now, she really enjoyed that one because it was kind of sweet, had a fruity flavor to it, and she was able to draw the fruitiness out of the whiskey, and that's what she liked from it. Now, there is a thing that I've seen where women are better taste testers than men, mostly because they have better taste testers than we do. Our taste testers don't work like theirs do, apparently, and it allows them to get different senses, different smells, different tastes that have a broader spectrum of choices than what we have. But granted, hers is weird. She says everything smells like malt vinegar, which is weird because I've never smelled a whiskey that smells like malt vinegar, in my opinion. But maybe maybe my nose holes are broken. Maybe it's not hers that are broken. Maybe mine. But they get fixed when I smell this one because this one is an amazing drink. And the good thing about this one is the burn and how mellow the actual whiskey is. So while you're drinking it, most people look for a really good bourbon, something sweet, mellow, soft bite with a little bit of burn, a little bit of kick, because that way they can drop the kick down with a little bit of ice to chill it, or a little bit. Some people even use water to distill it down just a little bit to drop that strength of the whiskey just a tad. Me personally, I think it is a perfect combination of that little bit of spicy, a little bit of burn, and it just all combines itself into a really, really good whiskey, causing it to become one of my favorites, however, on the shelf. It is not the favorite on the shelf. The favorite has changed, I believe, by a tremendous amount, which was yesterday's. Buffalo Trace is an amazing whiskey and is probably going to be my favorite for a long time. But this one here is a close, probably 10. I have a really long list of favorite whiskeys because I like all whiskeys for the most part. Some are just terrible, but some are really good. I love the Jameson brand in general. They have several different options of whiskeys that they have. So you got regular Jameson, and then you got Jameson Black Barrel. You got Jameson Stout Edition, and you got Jameson IPA Edition. Now, as you can probably put two and two together, the Stout Edition is only called Jameson Stout Edition because it is made in barrels from stout beers. And then the IPA one is whiskey made in IPA barrels. So that's why they're called, one's called IPA, one's called Stout. That's just the reason behind it. If it wasn't for that, it would probably, I don't know what they would even call it. I don't know how that would figure into anything, honestly. But the flavor that Jameson has rolls into every drink that they make. And that is something that I genuinely really enjoy about Jameson. And most Irish whiskeys in general, they have that same like oaky flavor to them. It's almost like drinking a Kentucky or a Tennessee whiskey. Drinking Tennessee whiskey that's not Jack Daniels, but you're like, yeah, it kind of tastes like Jack Daniels. But it's because they use the same, technically use the same type of methods. And then they use the same oak barrels for that area. You know, that's where all it comes from. And you got your Kentucky bourbons. Most of them kind of taste similar. Not quite close, but they're similar in some ways. You get some of the same notes and textures and smells. Now, the color in this one, it almost reminds me of a Scotch, just because kind of how dark it is in the bottle. It kind of stays like a little darker color in the bottle, and then until you pour it, it gets a little lighter. And that's what reminded me of Scotch, at least because my Red Label back here, it's kind of dark in the bottle, and when you pour it, it turns into a very light red, almost like a cinnamon red. And you would think that it was going to be like a cinnamon whiskey because of how red and cinnamon look it turns. But it doesn't. It tastes great. It's a Scotch. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, all Irish whiskeys are triple distilled. That's their thing that they have for them. There's not a whole lot on Jameson unless I Googled anything. They've been going since 1780. I mean, I can Google everything. They're imported by New York, product of Middleton Distillery, Middleton Company, Cork, Ireland. I wonder what it says visitresponsibility.org. I wonder if that's just like, don't drink too much. Drink a little, but not too much. I do just like how simplistic Jameson keeps their bottles. It's not like they try to be too flashy because I feel like some bottles they just kind of go out there. They're like way above and beyond on how their bottle looks, and then the bottle kind of comes out like terrible. There is one I want to try. It's called Blade and Bow. It comes with a key on it. It's pretty cool. It comes with a little brass key tied to the neck of the bottle. There's another one. What is it? High and Low. Something. It comes with fruit in it. What is the name of it? It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't get it out there now. I don't know what it is. It's not wanting to click right now. Stupid. Computer's wanting to spaz out over here. So, I mean, it's not something that's going to knock your socks off, if that makes sense. It's kind of thick in a way, almost like a syrupiness kind of thick, like a molasses. And you can kind of see it roll down the glass because that's kind of how thick it is. But it's not like they use a sugar. And I feel like that is from the second charring process, or the more of like a primary char process. It gives it that thicker taste because of the wood that it brings in and it eats from, makes it thicker. It would be like taking syrup and then just pouring it into a water. It's going to be better than pouring vinegar into the water. It's going to be a totally different outcome of the consistency. And that's what I really enjoy about Jameson, like I said, is because they keep it simple. I used to always hear in the Army and everything else and everywhere else I've ever done construction, it's called keep it simple, stupid. CSS or KSS. Keep it simple, stupid. Or KISS. Sorry. I'll get it right one of these days. Dyslexic ass. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. And that's pretty much is what they've done, is they've taken a very simplistic bottle and then they make it better. But they only make it better by small adjustments. They change the barrel, or they'll change what type of barrel, or they'll change the aging process, or they'll burn the barrel and then make the whiskey. So it allows them to keep everything genuinely the same and have the same flavor that everybody loves, but adds a twist into the actual flavor and the actual taste of the whiskey without having to go out and above and beyond the actual process of making it. Now, my favorite Jameson is right now the Stout Edition. It's probably better than this one. It's got a hint of butterscotch, chocolate, and coffee, I believe is the third one. It's regular Jameson, but it's made out of a stout cask, which is what the stout beer was made in, and they bought a bunch of stout beer barrels, and then that's what they made their whiskey in. And it come out with butterscotch notes, chocolate notes, and the coffee, I believe, is what the other one was. And it is a tremendously amazing bottle of whiskey. I'm pretty sure me and Cody bought one, and then it probably didn't even last a week. The flavor was just beyond comparable. It was amazing. What's up, cheese? It smells great. See, I get a little bit of butterscotch from this one, But it might also be the one that I've done earlier. The one earlier tasted a little bit like butterscotch candy, so it's kind of still in my mouth, I guess you could say. It splashed on my finger. It burnt. My favorite, though, like I said, we done a video on it yesterday. That bottle that we done yesterday was a bottle that it took me forever to find. I have been looking for it for well over probably a year now. There's a YouTube channel that got me into wanting to make these videos. There's a guy, not really a guy, but two guys that I watched, and it turned me into wanting to make these videos. And one of the ones that they done was Buffalo Trace. And then it's like everybody that I watched had done Buffalo Trace, and it was all these great reviews and all these great tastings, and everybody's like, "You gotta try it. You need it. This is something you want to keep on your shelf." And then it finally showed up in the local ABC store, and I went down there, and there's a purchase limit on it, so you know it's good. Or either it's really good or it's really bad, and it sells out really quick. But either way, it is a tremendously amazing bottle, and the color scheme of it, the labeling of it is really awesome on the Buffalo Trace bottle. Jameson is just plain. Jameson Black Barrel is Black Barrel. It's got like the sketched ribbed on it. It is pretty cool. But Buffalo Trace was an amazing bottle. Yesterday's video, so go check that one out if you haven't yet either. What else we got? I'm just rambling at this point. Hey, everybody that's watching. Hope you guys are having a wonderful hump day and Whiskey Wednesday. If you don't have a whiskey, at least I hope you have a beer, because you need something to get your life going in the right direction today. Tomorrow we will be ordering some stuff for the videos on YouTube. That'll be some more things for me to review. Idea from my cousin and a friend that they've been talking about for a little while. So I think I'm going to be ordering at least a case of some things, and it's going to stay a surprise until I get here. And hopefully by the end of the weekend or next week they'll be here, and I'll be able to do the taste testing on them. Whiskey's great, but beer, it just hits the spot. So, anybody that's watching, what is your favorite whiskey or beer that you don't think that I have tried or had? Or have. I have plenty of bottles. Because I go to the ABC store, I'd say anywhere from 2 to 3, if not more times a week usually, because most of the time I go buy like 2 bottles at a time. Just simplistic, and I don't have to go a bunch of times a week. So if I go 3 times a week, about 2 bottles at 6 days. But usually I don't buy that many bottles a week because I have so many already. I'm running out of room. And I'm having to do videos of ending the bottles because I don't want to just waste them and then you guys never see them ever again. I would like to do a last send-off video of the bottle, because especially the really good bottles, because I don't want them to go to waste, like the ones that I've spent like $70, $80 on. I just want them to be, most of them are long-lasting bottles and they'll probably be on there for a while, but when the time comes for them to go, I would definitely like for them to have another video. That's why I like doing the live videos here, because I can do 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I do a whiskey a day, and I'm able to go back through the whiskeys and talk more one-on-one with the whiskeys and answer more questions and be able to actually sit down and relax and do the video and talk to you guys about the whiskey, because in my YouTube video, it's a taste test in about 5 to 10 minutes. And there's a lot that you can say, and there's a lot that you don't really need to say in a taste testing video. That in a live video where you're able to talk to somebody and communicate, it makes it that much better. And it makes it easier for me to make a longer video on the live than it is for me to make a longer video as a regular video, because not many people, including myself, want to watch a video over 10 minutes about the same whiskey. I mean, And now the better way of doing that is like if you have 2 people. If you got 2 people doing a taste test, it's way easier to end up over 10 minutes because that's just like chatting back and forth, funny comments, like the normal lifestyle taste testing. So, I mean, it comes and goes with the life or the story of however the bottle tells itself, honestly. Every bottle tells its own story. And I try to buy bottles that tell their own story. If they don't have a story, I make them a story because every bottle deserves a story. What really draws me to a bottle is the story. Like this one on the back has a little bit of a story. It's only this paragraph here. Buffalo Trace had a really good story. I got several others up there that have a really awesome story on the back. The one I bought today just made me really want to drink it. It just made my mouth water. Yesterday just made me really excited to drink the bottle just by reading it. And that's what really draws me to it. I bought a Blackheart rum. The only reason why I bought it is because I read it and it reminded me of Pretty Lady. And I was like, I got to buy it for her. I bought another bottle today for her that we're going to do the video on tomorrow. And that bottle was for her, but it reminded me of her because she talks about different rums all the time. So whenever I see a nice rum that looks good or I think she's going to like, because she likes that chocolatey vanilla type stuff, that coffee flavor that really runs in rums a lot more often than whiskeys. So that's why I feel like she enjoys them a lot more. So if I find something that kind of reminisces into those depths of notes, then I try to get that kind, or I try to get along those lines of whiskey or rum for her. Now, she's not a fan of most whiskeys that I do, so I let her smell them. Every day she's like, yeah, we got a new bottle, and she's like, yeah, let me smell it, but I don't want to drink it. No, I don't want to drink it. I want to smell it, but I don't want to drink it. Yeah, she won't drink it, but she'll definitely smell them, and which is usually really good because when she smells the bottles, it helps me out because like she don't smell them until after I do my videos. So I've already done my video, done my taste test, everything else, and I'm like, so here, honey, what does this smell like to you? And it lets me know about how broad or how far off I was from my own opinion, and for somebody else's opinion to have that second opinion in there. Because I've had people tell me, I've had just several messages of people that are like, hey, I tried this with you. This is my first one with you. Or, hey, I tried the drink that you made. Or, hey, I went and bought that bottle and it tastes really good. It was like what you said it was. Or it was to the point of what you said exactly what it would taste like food-wise or taste like juice-wise. And I've had it several times pop up. And it's just great to know that I'm getting at least somewhat close with how I'm telling you guys how these taste. Because I give my honest opinion. I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, this is the God's greatest beer. It is to me because I really enjoy it. But they don't pay me. Miller Lite don't pay me. Jameson don't pay me. If it's terrible, it's terrible. I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. Nobody pays me to tell you guys to make sure it's really good. I mean, even if somebody did endorse me, I would make sure it was a good endorsement. I'm not going to endorse something that tastes terrible and lie about it being good because that's dumb. Why would I sit here and not enjoy something? And I'm going to go live for an hour and talk about something that I completely hate and drink it the entire time. Yeah, it sounds terrible. Yeah, just like me eating jalapenos and habaneros. That's terrible. But I do it because it's fun. You guys like it. I've actually had several other pepper requests, and I'm skeptical and nervous about doing those because I don't like eating peppers. I'm a baby. When it comes to eating peppers, you can just go ahead and toss me straight out the window and land me on my head because I am a pansy when it comes to eating hot stuff. The only reason why I ate those is because I kind of talked myself into a hole. We hit a certain amount of subscribers, and I was like, yeah, we'll do something with some spicy stuff, some habanero or jalapenos. And then my cousin was like, hey, how about you one-up it and make a jalapeno vodka? So I ended up making a jalapeno vodka. And then before I done the jalapeno vodka, I ate the jalapeno, and then I bought 2 more jalapenos, made the vodka, and then I drank the vodka and ate those jalapenos. And what we did was I ate a standard jalapeno by myself. because I'm a pansy. And then Cody and Daryl came on, and we went and done another video where I made a jalapeno juice, pretty much. It was Belvedere vodka, and then it was 2 jalapenos. I cut 2 slits on each side of the jalapeno, dropped them in a mason jar, and let them sit for 3 weeks, roughly. I think it was a little over 2 weeks. And then we opened the jar. One video we ate it, one video we drank it. Actually, I still have it. The only reason why we drank it so early on was because we were told that, or I looked it up, and it was like, well, if it's in there longer than like 2-3 weeks, it'll start to go bad. Well, it's been in there since May 6th, and it still smells good and tastes just the same. Well, it doesn't taste the same by no means, but the pepper still looks healthy, and everything else inside of it is still looking really good. So if anybody else was to go out there and be like, hey, maybe I should try something like this, then by all means, go try it. There's no limit to trying new things, in my opinion. But we're going to finish up the beer. I got to save my tap. I do that every time. Pretty lady's going to kill me. She's wanting to save them, and I keep dropping them down in the beer can. But we're not going to be ending the video like we normally do here, guys. So the way we're going to be ending this video is a little bit different than normal. So it is Whiskey Wednesday, and we do have our whiskey here. We did drink our whiskey, and we drank our beer of the day. So usually I drink a beer, I drink my whiskey. I talk about the whiskey, and then I drink a beer to end the stream. Well, we're not drinking a beer to end the stream today. We're going to be drinking some wine. We're going to throw a little twist in there here in about, 5 minutes or so. We'll go ahead and pull it out. But I'm not a huge wine drinker. I really wasn't, actually, for a while. I never really even had wine. I wasn't a fan. And then a buddy and mine, I think it was me, a buddy from work named Ginger, and his wife, and somebody I went with. We went and done some wine taste testings in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And from there, I was like, yeah, you know what? I kind of like wine. I like some of these sweeter ones. Wasn't too big of a fan of the dry wines. But I definitely like the semi-sweet and the semi-dry, maybe. Semi-dry, semi-sweet. I don't know if it's the same thing or not. And the sweet wines. And then since then, I was like, oh, sweet. I really love them. And then one of my other buddies from work, Mikey, he's like our best friend. He's like our grandpa. He's the oldest guy in our shop. In the shop where I used to work, and he's a great guy. So he comes in, he goes on vacations. I wish I can go on as many vacations as this man goes. But usually when he goes on these vacations, he goes to several different surrounding areas around North Carolina. And he goes to these vineyards, or he'll go to these wineries. And he always brings back a couple of the guys back a bottle of wine. Well, the bottle of wine that I'm going to do tonight is a special bottle of wine that you can only get in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So I'm going to be pulling that out here shortly and trying it for you guys again. I've done a taste test on it not too long ago. Actually, it's probably been a few months. And I actually haven't had it since then, so I wonder if it tastes any different. It's just so sweet. I really enjoy this. It really upsets me sometimes to end bottles of whiskey because you're like, this is a really good bottle. I didn't spend a whole lot of money on it, but it tastes really good, and it's like your go-to. You ever had like your go-to drink where you're like, yeah, I'm going to go drink that like right now because I want to come home. I want to have a great drink. And you're like, yeah, I want to drink. Oh, it's almost empty. Dang it. And you just get so depressed and upset, and you just go to ABC store and you buy another bottle of it because money's made every day, but memories. I don't know where I was going with that one. There was some type of quote, but I messed that all up. Hopefully, we'll have another guest coming soon. I think Daryl wants to be on a couple more. He always wants to be on some. Mark mentioned he was missing it and wanted to come back on live with me. So, hey, the options are limitless, and you never know what can happen or who you could see, honestly. It just kind of – I have a bunch of people come over here. One of these days, my friend David, he won't be so shy, and he'll get on here. Pretty Lady, one of these years, she'll be like, okay, I'm going to do a video today, and I'm going to be with you. But no, she does want to do videos with me. She's a state welder. So we've got almost everything ready and set up for her shop. We're just missing a few odd end things. And once we do so, she would like to do live videos on YouTube with me where she welds, or I'll create her own YouTube channel where she can go live and teach people how to weld, and she wants me to like just pretty much operate the camera and commentate and all that other fun stuff. And we're going to see how that goes and rolls into everything else. So that being said, that will open up a lot of other doors for my channel, her, if she wants her own channel and everything else. So we'll just see how all this stuff plays out. There's, like I said, there's just so many options to do so many different things that it's almost overwhelming with the content that you can create every day because of how much there is out there to actually do. Somebody's told me to create a TikTok. If you guys think I should make a TikTok and you guys would like it, Shiest. Let me know if I should make a TikTok. I'll talk to Pretty Lady, make sure she's okay with it. And if she's okay with it, I'll make a TikTok and make funny videos and make people laugh. Because that's what I like to do, and that's what I'm good at, because I'm special. I'm your friendly, everyday, local neighborhood redneck, and I do a lot of weird stuff. But yeah, so cheers to the whiskey, cheers to the weekend, cheers to the middle of the weekend, cheers to Whiskey Wednesday, guys. Here's the cheers up to Jameson Black Barrel. About forgot the name. But cheers, guys. So good. So we're going to set the whiskey bottle a little bit out of the way. That way Facebook can still kind of slide it a little bit. And grab that wine and see if you guys have ever seen it, recognized it, or tasted it yourself. Which I highly doubt you have, but. And before you, like, that's not a wine. You don't pop the cork on that. Yeah, you do. So this here is the Triple X. I'll call it Triple X, but it's Paul Walker Wine Lightning. So pretty much, from what I was told, that this was created from the aspect of moonshine. It's made pretty much the same way as moonshine. I mean, there's a lot of things that are kind of made the same way, but the way this here is made is it's an original creation. And it is a Muscat wine, Grape Escape Wine Lightning. But this isn't your normal wine. This is 20%. Your regular wine is usually around 11%. It says fortified wine. This wine had sugar added before fermentation to allow the higher alcohol content. For sale in South Carolina only. So that means you can only buy this in South Carolina and Myrtle Beach. There's no other place that you can buy it. And it's produced and bottled by Paul Walker, BWSC 32. Government warning as usual, but that's it. So, and I really do enjoy the color of it. The color is really nice. You guys can't really see it because the light makes it darker. But, however, it is not your standard whiskey cork. You can see through the thing. I didn't know you can see through the black piece. But it's not your standard wine cork. This is like your whiskey cork. You just kind of pull the cork up. There you go. That smells so good. All right, so wine is a hit or miss for a lot of people, honestly. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really bad, and it's just kind of one of those things that it just kind of maybe, maybe not. But this one here is a huge, great one. It smells just like grape juice. If you've ever had any type of grape juice, for the most part, that's what this tastes like. Mostly Simply. It's called Simply Grape Juice. This is what this tastes like, in my opinion. It is full of flavor, full of amazingly everything great that you can want in a wine. And the fact that it's that much stronger, it pulls it out from your regular 11% alcohol, roughly 22 proof, and then pulls you up to 20% alcohol, making it 40 proof. It still has the strength of a whiskey, but it has that aspect behind it that it is one of the stronger wines that you're going to buy that is made the same way as a normal wine. But like he said, he uses the sugar goes into the fermentation process first, That way it raises the alcohol content to a little bit higher number than what you're used to when it comes to wines. So, and then you get the flavor from the grapes because this is a grape. Cheers. And wines aren't something that you like down for most of you. I don't know if any of you have really drank wine, but a wine is mostly your sipper, a relaxation, or kind of day, an end of the day relaxation drink kind of thing. That tastes so good. It tastes like just like the day that I opened it. And that's really weird to get from a wine, especially I've had this one for several months now, 2-3 months, and it has been open the whole time. And the fact that it held its flavor and consistency makes it that much more worth it. I got rid of the price label. I can't remember how much it was. I want to say it's in the $30 range, $20 to $30 range, somewhere in there. But either way, I would pay $20 to $30 for this. It's a 20% bottle. It's like one of like a one in a lifetime chance, probably of trying, buying, or getting. I don't know if he made any more of this, but he got the idea from the Tennessee whiskey people, and he was like, "Hey, I kind of want to make this into my thing with wines," and that's kind of what we came into with this. And my buddy was like, "Yeah, he's making this, and you should really try it for your channel." And he bought me, my 2 other buddies a bottle. They picked their 2, and I just got the third one that was left, which is fine with me because I love grape. And this one turned out to be an amazing drink. So cheers to that, and thank you to Mikey for a wonderful drink. Now, for this one, my nose is just like itching. For this one, I'm not a huge wine sipper, but I feel like it would go great with dinner or some type of steak or something. So I know a lot of people cook with wines. So this might be something you can drizzle over the top of the steak when you cook it or something like that and see how it goes. But maybe I can get this up there so you guys can see it. It makes it look brown. Yeah. It's not brown, I promise. It's a purple. The ring light is stupid. And this is Pretty Lady's fancy little teardrop glass, by the way. It's a tiny, tiny glass. A tiny glass. It's a tiny glass. Mostly, I don't drink a lot of wine, so I like using her smaller glass so I don't have to drink a whole lot of it. Because I'm not a huge fan of wine, which actually changed when I started drinking these sweet wines. I was like, yeah, you know what? I can get into this. And once he got me this one, we drank it a little bit. I didn't want to drink a lot of it. I wanted to savor most of it because I didn't want to waste it. And I actually have 2 other bottles that we have in there from him. Or actually only 1 left. We finished the other one. We got 1 left in there that we haven't done. Or we've done a video on it. But I haven't drank. I've drank about half that bottle now too. But wine is just a hit or miss sometimes. Some days I want it. Sometimes I don't. And if you don't drink wine with your pinky out, are you even classy? Let's be honest here. I mean, you got to be classy enough to drink wine with your pinky out, guys. Come on, man. What else we got? Oh, yeah. If I have any Avenger fans on here that are watching, I finally have Pretty Lady excited about the Avengers. Some things happened in Thor, and she's just not happy with how Thor ended when Loki was sitting on the throne. Gosh, she's so upset right now. But she now knows that she has to wait 7 other movies before she even finds out what happens with that. So it's okay. After we finish this live, we're going to watch another one. We're rolling through these. And it was just so funny that the other day, my buddy that I was in the Army with, when the Guard, he messaged me. And he was like, hey, man, what's up? And I was like, nothing much. And then later that day, he sent out a snap onto his story and to me and a couple, I guess whoever else he sent it to. And it just so happened that him and his old lady had started watching the Avengers that day. And she has never seen any of them. So him and hers watching them, and then me and hers watching them. And the 2 ladies have no idea what's going on except for the movie by movie by movie. But we're letting them watch it in the order they should be seen, not the order that they were released. So they're learning things smallly at a time. So it's okay. I know usually these go for an hour. I mean, it's only like 10 minutes short. But I'm excited to go watch a movie. Talking about the movies and everything else is just getting me excited to go watch the movie. So, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have had a wonderful night. I had a wonderful night with you guys. Every time that I go live, it's just a great day. It helps me go through work a lot better because I know I get to go live that day, and then I get to make my video that day. It's just a lot, and it's so fun. So, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. If you haven't done it yet, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and smash the comments. Let me know if you want me to try anything new or do anything different or try anything that you haven't seen me try. Now, just hit that notification bell. Let you know every single time I post a video or I go live. Facebook, if you're watching and you ain't done it yet, go to YouTube and find me. I'll be the biggest redneck there. You'll see me. Just type in Justin Hallman, and you'll find me, guys. Hit that subscribe button. 150, we're doing a giveaway, and you're going to be one part of it. Want to be a part of that. So, guys, cheers for the night. Coming in for another wonderful weekend. Or wonderful week, Whiskey Wednesday. Great wine. Guys, thanks for watching. Love you to death. New video coming out tomorrow. As always, a video every single day. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow on the new video. And I'll see you guys back live on Friday. And never know what can happen. Never know who you're going to see. I'll catch you later. And hit that like button. Smash the comments. I know I said a lot, but do it. Helps me, helps you, help them, help everyone. Y'all have a wonderful night, YouTube. And I'll catch you guys later and tomorrow and on Friday and every day from now to whenever. I don't know when. You guys have a wonderful night, a blessed night. I'll see you later. Catch you later, guys.